Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Church of Hot Sauce. As always, I am Pepper Bay, and this is the Church of Hot Sauce. And as always, may the spice be with you, and also with you. Got some great hot sauces to review today, from the one and only Buc-ee's or Bussies, depending on how you say it. It's a giant gas station chain that's across a good part of the U.S., mostly southern and east coast. But they've got a lot of in-house products, and they've got quite a few hot sauces, so we're going to be trying a few of them today and giving our honest opinion on it. So. So, just had the very first, I believe it's the Panettas. Panette. There was just a League of Fire event in Pennsylvania. And looked like it was a great time, a great event. Very proud of a friend of mine, Beth Frigali. She did awesome. But at the end of the day, a gentleman named Matt won the belt. Congratulations to you, sir. He'll now be competing in the America's Championship belt match when that happens. I'm not quite sure about next Sunday. I'm going to try to do a show, but I can't guarantee it. I will be in New York visiting some family, so if I can make it happen, I will make it happen. If not, I will see you all the weekend after. But, yeah, let's get to it. Let's try some sauces today. Okay, right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and start low and work our way up. So right here we've got the dill. Oh, maybe that's not where we start. We're going to start here instead. We're going to start with the sweet and spicy ghost pepper hot sauce by Buc-ee's. Ingredients in this one are going to be distilled water, sugar, white vinegar, red peppers, fresh garlic, salt, xanthan gum, and ghost pepper powder. Come on, camera. There we go. Sweet and spicy ghost pepper hot sauce by Buc-ee's, or Buc-ee's, depending on how you want to pronounce it. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we got. My voice is a little hoarse. I went to, there was a work event on Friday night, and I went to Six Flags out here in Georgia, out in hot Atlanta. And as you can tell, I was definitely screaming for my life on some of those rides. So, and wouldn't you know it, some of those rides were not built for giants to ride. So when you're 6'8" and you try to ride a roller coaster, sometimes the harness won't come down. Most of the time because it hits your legs. So, it is what it is. Okay, this is definitely taking a lot more effort than I expected. But sometimes it does happen on these toppers, so it is what it is. Okay, let's see what the nose knows. Oh, okay. So right off the bat, I can tell you exactly what this is. This is a sweet chili sauce. We've all seen it. Oh, I love roller coasters. I rode quite a few of them, but it was mainly like the not as exciting roller coasters that weren't built for me. And then the Batman ride. Batman ride. So this tastes just like a Thai sweet chili sauce. We've all seen that bottle sitting in the grocery store. If you haven't purchased it yourself, I think that's a quintessential thing that should be in everybody's kitchen. There's a lot you can build off of it, a lot you can make, a lot you can use it for. But it's got an orangish and white label with a white cap. It's glass. It's about yay tall. I couldn't tell you the brand name, but it's a Thai sweet chili sauce. Pretty quintessential in any kind of like commercial kitchen, and should be in any home kitchen in my opinion. But that's definitely the vibes I'm getting smell wise, right off the bat. That's what it smells like. Great consistency, of course it is, because it has xanthan gum in it. You already know my opinion on xanthan gum. I believe it's very unnecessary if you know what you're doing. Sometimes when it's a commercial based sauce, they'll switch over to xanthan gum. Um, it's just not nothing wrong with it. I just, if you don't use it, it's a little better in my opinion. So great consistency. I'm gonna try it out. So it's nice and sweet. It's got a good viscosity to where it's nice and it envelops over the palate really nicely. It doesn't stick in one spot. You get a nice. Let me do another spoonful. Yeah, you get a nice burst of sweetness in the front part of your palate. Then you get like this, almost like this tart earthiness that happens in the middle part of your palate from the chilies and the ghost pepper. And then from the back part of your palate, moving backwards, you get hit with this little nice little slow burn and rise coming from the heat of the chili. It's pretty decent. This is actually really good. It's a pretty simple sauce as far as the ingredients go wise, but it's something that you can use in a marinade. You can use in a soup to add a certain kind of flavoring. You can use it as a base for a sauce, like a dipping sauce. Possibilities are quite endless with this one. You could use it for grilling. You could use it for braising. You could use it for baking, like for real, baking some savory bread, some naan, really whatever you wanted. This is absolutely delicious. This is a solid 9 out of 10 for me, for what it is. Pretty decent. Sweet and spicy ghost pepper hot sauce. Again, from Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's knows best. Love the label work too. Yeah, not much of a burn. It's maybe a 2, maybe. I think I might be a little generous in saying that. So probably more like a 1 pushing itself to a 2. Not crazy. But again, my tolerance is pretty high right now, so that could be a little different for somebody that's not a chili head or doesn't have as high of a tolerance as I do. But it's got great flavor with the burn, so. Sweet and spicy ghost pepper hot sauce. Go ahead and cleanse the palate there. Next up, we've got a scorpion pepper hot sauce by good old Buc-ee's. For those that don't know about Buc-ee's, they literally have everything. Like, everything. In my opinion, the best thing that they have is those beaver nuggets. They're like airy, they're light, they're sweet, and honestly, I've used those to make a bowl of cereal, and it's been amazing. So, this one right here, we've got scorpion pepper hot sauce. It's listed as fiery hot. Love the label work. You've included a scorpion in there. There's a little bit of lime. Cactus. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Ingredients on this one are going to be tomatoes, water, white vinegar, onions, tomato puree, fresh garlic, scorpion peppers, kosher salt, jalapeno peppers, olive oil, and spices. That's interesting to put the scorpion peppers above a jalapeno pepper. Definitely curious what exactly flavor that they're going for on this one. Let's see what the nose knows. Ooh, okay. Already screaming hot Italian, I can tell you that much. You can smell the acidity from the tomatoes mixing with the blast of vinegar. That smells absolutely phenomenal. Let's see what the viscosity is like on this one. It's a little looser, but I like it. I love the smell from the tomatoes coming on in here. Okay, that was a little bit of a ride. Let's try that one more time. I thought the ride was over, so I was going into the process of explaining on how it was hitting, but it was not over. So we'll try that one more time. So you get hit with the acidity from the tomatoes. You get hit with a full blast of garlic, which I'm not gonna lie, to me it does give off the fragrance and the flavor. Like, it is not fresh garlic. It is something that's been sitting in something. That's my opinion. The label says otherwise, but it's the flavor profile that I'm getting. Then you get hit with this, like, just this beautiful Italian layering with the tomatoes, the jalapenos, the garlic, and then what happens is you just get, it's like all of a sudden a switch has been flipped, and you get that scorpion pepper, which is delicious. Scorpion pepper is a mix of like a sweet floral and earthiness that's really all put together. Scorpion peppers is one of my favorite flavors if you can use it correctly and not just like burn your face off. The crescendo of, or the build of the burn is quite nice. Takes almost about a minute and a half to fully get settled into the top of the burn, and that's nice. I like that. I like a little bit of a creeper sauce because in between each bite you get that rot, and it makes you anticipate the next bite. I kind of get a little bit more excited about the next bite. So I'm very much to enjoy that kind of a ride. Yeah, this is pretty decent. Burn wise, you're looking at about a 3, maybe even going into a 3.5 to a 4. Excuse me. Flavor wise, it is solid, but that it says fresh garlic, but I'm not buying it. That's me. So because of that, because it's not as a pronounced pop of a garlic flavor that I would be expecting from something using fresh garlic, I'd probably give this a 7.5. That's not bad. It's just not like that. That was a little off-putting for me, but that's okay. It's still a great sauce. It's still worthwhile for a try. Like I said, great ride, great flavor concept overall. Not a bad sauce at all. Scorpion pepper hot sauce from Buc-ee's. The good old Buc-ee's. Get you some of that Buc-ee. All right. Cleanse the palate here. Next up, we've got Dill Pickle Reaper. See, and then sometimes you get like that where it comes off in one piece. That's buy a lotto ticket when that happens. Okay, so this is the Dill Pickle Reaper hot sauce that can be found at Buc-ee's. Ingredients on this one are going to be dill pickles, Illyrian turmeric and yellow number 5 color, jalapeno peppers, fresh garlic, white vinegar, olive oil, spices, dried dill weed, and Reaper peppers. So, Illyrian turmeric. Interesting. I've only ever had one kind of turmeric, so that's very intriguing to me that there's... Maybe it's better. So we're going to see what the nose knows. Ooh! Oh my! That is very dill pickly. In the best way. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. They definitely captured the dill pickle, which, I mean, you put that on the label, so I would hope that that's what you're capturing is the dill pickle flavor. So, let's see what the consistency is like on this one. Love it. A little thicker, almost like a relishy kind of thickness. I like that. Salute. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So it's straight up like if somebody pureed a dill pickle. Trying to figure out if I'm getting any heat from it. Oh, there's a little bit of a build. Okay. Extreme dill pickle flavor process. That unique tartness, that dill flavoring. It finishes really crisp and clean, and then it goes into like you don't think that you're like, oh, okay, there's no heat in this at all, and all of a sudden about 10 seconds later you're like, so it's just peeking its head out. It's like, hey, like it's gonna get you a little bit, not crazy though. It's a really enjoyable sauce. Like this would be amazing on, not gonna lie, on a pork chop, on a hot dog, on a brat. Even on a burger, this would be solid. In a Bloody Mary, delicious. Dill pickle Reaper. Heat wise, probably say like a 2 for a non-chili head. You're probably looking at like something like a 4 or 5. Flavor wise, this is solid. This is a 9. This is a 9 for sure. Dill pickle Reaper sauce available at Buc-ee's. Gotta get your Buc-ee. Check out Dill pickle Reaper sauce at your local Buc-ee. And last but not least for today, we've got 7-pot Primo Pepper. Primo Army. I know I'm part of that army. I'll be signing up for serving that army. 7-pot Primo Pepper. Okay, let's open this one up. In this one, we have one of my favorite ingredients of all time: tomatillos, apple juice from concentrate, ascorbic acid, 7-pot primo peppers, onions, jalapeno peppers, fresh garlic, water, black vinegar, kosher salt, garlic powder, habanero peppers, and yuzu vinegar. I love tomatillos. Tomatillos are like a better flavored green tomato. And if you never had like deep fried green tomatoes, I don't know what you are doing with your life, but go out and try some. It's amazing. Let's see what the nose knows on this one. Oh, that is a lovely smell. Ooh, I love the smell of tomatillos. It's so green and bright and exuberant and refreshing to the nose and to the palate. Like, I love the flavor of tomatillos. Yeah, just getting a crazy blast of tomatillos with the vinegar bite. Let's see what the consistency's like on this one. Love it. Beautiful internal garnish. That is nice. That is very nice and balanced. Beautiful, refreshing tomatillo flavor. You get kind of that bouquet of jalapenos, habaneros, and 7-pot primo flavors kind of coinciding with one another on the base part of the flavor, but not like crazy. There we go. Okay. There's a little bit of a build for the burn, but it is not insane. It's probably about a 3.5. Maybe not even that. Maybe let's just stick with a 3. But great flavor. I could see using this on street tacos all day, every day. My personal favorite street taco is lingua. Get some cow tongue. If you never had cow tongue and you say, cow tongue, like, you don't know what you're missing, and that's fine if you don't want to eat lingua, because that means more lingua for me. Okay, it's delicious. Slow cooked. It's one of the most tender taco meats that you'll ever find. It's absolutely phenomenal, especially if you're just putting like a pinch or a handful of cilantro and onions, and then just a good green sauce or red sauce over the top of it with a nice corn tortilla. Beautiful. It doesn't get better than that. I could see this being used as a marinade, in with your eggs. Toss in some of this in some egg salad. What? Crazy, but it'd probably be delicious. As a marinade or a based on a chicken, fire. Absolutely fire. Me and my parents, we do a meal quite often where you put in some salad dressing seasoning, some chicken thighs and some carrots, and you cook it in the crock pot in the oven. Very easy meal, very delicious, very like comfort food, base southern kind of style food. And this could just as easily be thrown in with that chicken instead of the salad dressing seasoning, to give you that zing, that bright flavor, that exuberantness to mix with the low fat protein. So really great sauce. I'd give this a solid 7, or sorry, a solid 9 as well. This is a solid sauce. 7-pot primo pepper sauce from Buc-ee's. Get up in that Buc-ee's and get you some hot sauce. Can't forget about the Buc-ee. So 7-pot primo pepper sauce from Buc-ee's. Try it out. And if you go there, don't forget, let them know that Pepper Bay sent you. Wow, some good sauces today. That's crazy. Sometimes you never know with a place like that. You don't know if it's nichey, if they're just trying to sling sauce to sling sauce, if it actually is good quality sauce, or they're just moving bottles because you get a lot of tourists or you get a lot of people going through there that aren't there often, so they want to get something from there. Hot sauce is a very easy thing to get. I'm just saying. But that in my opinion was not nichey. That was pretty decent. So I think I've got like 3 or 4 more Buc-ee's sauces to review down the road, so that'll be interesting to see how those stack up against these ones as well. But it is that time of the episode excuse me where we do the spicy sermon. And when I was at Six Flags, I had the opportunity to talk to a friend of mine, and I think it's a really important thing to focus on. I know for a lot of men this can be a problem, and maybe for women as well, but the world works a little differently for side A and side B, if you know what I'm saying. So self-confidence is a big thing for a lot of people, and I never understood why. For me, it was going through stages with growth spurts where I'd be fat, skinny, fat, skinny, fat, skinny. So that had a lot of my self-confidence. Like in the outside world, if we weren't dealing with like just ladies, self-confidence had it through the roof almost always. Then you start dealing with ladies or trying to find a significant other, and then sometimes that self-confidence does get drained. You get rejected enough times, you get drained. But I think the most important thing to remember is, let's say you have a car, you have a good job, you have good family values, you go out and you're not mean to anybody, you treat everybody like you yourself would like to be treated, and you go to sleep at night knowing in your head that you're a good person, like legitimately, not like convincing yourself, but knowing that you're a good person. You're honest, you're loyal, all these great qualities that lead you down the path of knowing that you're indeed a good person, and you go to sleep every night knowing that you're a good person. A lot of people like to separate that from self-confidence, but that is what your self-confidence is. Pull from that when you're going to find a significant other, what have you. I'm a good person. Trustworthy, I'm loyal. I have a good job, a good head on my shoulder, I have good family values. That is your self-confidence. Pull from that and know, if you know that, it doesn't matter what the rejection is. Okay, they must not be looking for a good person. They must not be looking for somebody that's this ready in this stage of their life. If they want to go play games and find a bad boy or find somebody that's not as stable as I am, let them go play their games. That does not have any effect, or shouldn't have any effect, on your self-confidence, because again, at the end of the day, you know that you're going to bed knowing I'm a good person. I have all these traits, all these qualities, and I know that I have good values, especially good Christian values. Remember that when getting down on yourself about your self-confidence. No, I'm still a good person. Count those little things. A lot of life is counting those little things. Those blessings when you wake up in the morning to have a better day, and those blessings for self-confidence when you're going to bed. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's my message for this week. As always, this has been Pepper Bay on the Church of Hot Sauce. And as always on the Church of Hot Sauce, may the spice be with you and also with you. Hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their Sunday. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be breathing. Remember that going into the world this afternoon. And I'll see y'all next week. And not next week, the week after that. Have a good one, everybody.